Yeah. Honestly, I have no idea how this little girl did not just orphan herself.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out the worst internet gun fails number 11, the Darwin Awards by of course Brandon Herrera here on YouTube. Yes guys, at this point does the Darwin Awards really need much more of an explanation? I don't really think so. We all know what it is, what's involved in these types of videos, and I'm going to be interested to see what the safety discussion point of today's video is. Also, I know Herrera's Darwin Award videos, last couple times we've checked them out, there has been a topic, a safety topic, or a reason of checking it out. You know what I mean? It's not just like mindless violence, I guess, in a sense, although it is kind of for the shits and giggles, don't get me wrong, because this is a lot of idiots messing around with firearms in ways they definitely should not. There are some serious videos in there also, you know, that aren't so funny, right? And it's kind of like, you know what I mean? So I will be interested to see if there's any of those in this video as well. Of course, if you guys enjoyed these reactions, hit that like button. Of course, subscribe for more content from me. And of course, leave your recommendations down in the comments below. We're liked up there, captions on, 1080p, full screen. Without any further delay, let's get it, guys. Darwin Awards number 11.
Homeboy, this guy basically obliterates his forearms. What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers, and welcome back to another episode of the Darwin Awards. As we like to say in these videos, guns are awesome.
Yes.
Idiots, on the other hand, not so much.
Not so much.
When you put the two of those things together, sometimes you end up with the winner of what we call a Darwin Award. A Darwin Award, of course, being the metaphorical award that you win when you remove yourself from the gene pool. As of course, the fittest continue to survive. Now, these videos, due to the subject matter, are always a little bit of a gamble. Even though the clips that we're going to show you today have been censored if needed, of course, to comply with YouTube guidelines, and are used for the purpose
of educating people on firearm
safety, let's still just hope that this video doesn't result in an angry letter from YouTube.
Hey, a letter! I have friends! Oh, that's not a letter, that's a threat.
So anyhow, back to idiots with guns.
I just want to say, even reacting to these videos, so I don't get a letter, but the videos do get limited monetization, that's for sure. You do get affected usually, and I want to say the last 5 or 6 Darwin Award videos that we've uploaded, that's been the case. So of course, again, if you guys enjoy the reactions, hit that like button because it does actually help out a ton. Least you guys can do. Come on now, go boys. Come on.
I have friends.
I jest.
Oh, that's not a letter, that's a threat.
So anyhow, back to idiots with guns. I'm not sure if I could come up with a better title for this first video if I tried. Unsurprisingly, this video comes from...
Wait, what was it?
Come up with a better title.
Retard swings gun around. Okay.
First video
Fair
if
enough.
I tried. Unsurprisingly, this video comes from TikTok. Okay, so this dude is already flagging the shit out of himself, the camera guy, and anyone else around. And in general, is just kind of acting like an asshole. Flagging, for those of you who don't know, is a safety violation where you're pointing the muzzle of a firearm at yourself or somebody else. So yeah, dude's already being an idiot. If only someone would come around and put an end to this fatherless behavior. And the police come along and do just that.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm hoping
Kinda
this one was
deserved.
just faked for TikTok for like 3 reasons.
Hopefully.
1, I just hope that
But I
it's not
doubt it.
stupid. 2, the way he's just kind of swinging that gun around feels a bit exaggerated. Maybe he's just a bit flamboyant. Number 3, and this is the biggest one, holy fuck are those cops chill for rolling up on somebody who's just waving a fucking gun around out the window. Like, no guns drawn or even like hands-on guns.
That is
assuming
true.
Cops
That is true, but this might be in a different part of the world, you know, but still, when you see a gun, typically any police officer I know, you know what I mean, have known in the past, they're gonna draw their fucking firearm the second they see a gun. That's just what you do, you know. So yeah, maybe it is a faked video. That is fair assessment.
Around out the window. Like, no guns drawn or even like hands-on guns. That is assuming cops carry guns wherever this country is. They just casually roll up like, excuse me, sir, we'd like to take a moment to talk to you about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Just goes to show that everybody on social media is a badass until the moped police show.
Literally.
Now, this one is actually user submitted. So thank you to the guy who emailed.
I want to say though, that one was stupid. Don't be flashing firearms out your window while you're driving. Like, that's just stupid. Please don't do that, guys.
Until the moped police show up. Now, this one is actually user submitted. So thank you to the guy who emailed me this video and said he would use it. So these are some friends doing some range practice, taking turns drawing from a holster and engaging their target. Sounds good, right? Well, normally yes, but one of these guys ends up Tex Grebnering himself. You remember Tex Grebner? We covered him in the first Darwin Awards video. Oh, it's Tex.
I just fucking shot myself.
Now that's a video you would have seen had you been a long-time subscriber to the channel. But not to worry, you can fix
We
that
have seen it,
now by
actually.
subscribing. And if you want to catch these videos when they first come out, go ahead and hit that notification bell. Yeah, the guy draws from his holster, engages the target, goes to reholster, and that's when discharges a round into his foot.
Damn.
Now, I have to admire everybody's calmness about the situation.
I just shot myself in the foot, guys.
Did you really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, first of all, let's get together.
No pussy little girls screaming and
Yeah.
freaking out, making things worse.
This is pretty
and that
straight.
goes for both genders, by the way. It's
Shit
just
happens.
identifying the problem.
Listen, again, like that was a mistake. Shit happens, but hey, they recognize the problem right away. No one's bitching. Fuck, that was a stupid mistake. Everyone, you know, kind of recognizes that. Okay, well, we're dealing with it now. Good on them. Like, you know what? That's actually this is a great example of what you should do. Like straight up, be calm, be collected,
And
solve the
freaking out,
problem.
making things worse. And
Not
that
a
goes
big
for
deal
both
unless you make it
genders.
one, right?
It's just identifying the problem,
big deal,
communicating the problem, and then getting to work. Thankfully, of all the
Don't
places
think of
to
it
get
that way.
shot, the foot is not the worst. So
Yeah.
with any luck, they had a first aid kit on site, and this guy made it out with all of his toes. And maybe from here on, he spends a little bit more time carefully reholstering. And now, a staple of Darwin Awards. Middle Eastern celebratory gunfire.
Oh,
gone
great.
wrong.
My favorite ones.
Now I can tell by the opening frame, this
What
one's
the
gonna go
hell
really
is
fucking
this?
badly. Now I know in certain. Now I can tell by
Wow, what? This girl is like 8, maybe, and she's got an AK? Really? Okay, let's see. Let's
the
see.
opening frame, this one's gonna go really.
Yeah, this
fucking
video is
badly.
already
Now I know in
demonetized.
certain parts of the world, there's nothing that says celebration quite like firing a fully automatic AK-47 in the air. Out of all cultural barriers, that one I'm not really one to judge. However, I do
Fair
have to
enough.
remind you that bullets do come down. But that's the
Should
least of
add
our
something.
concern in this particular video. Yeah. Honestly, I have no idea how this little girl did not just orphan herself. In fact, if you slow it down, one of those rounds looks like it goes off directly in line with the camera. Talk about daddy issues. She was like a couple inches from having her dad run out of her life to go to the morgue. You see, AKs don't really have that much recoil, but a lot of recoil is different when you're handing it to an untrained 7-year-old girl and saying, good luck, have
Yeah, and the way she's firing that,
a
too.
lot of recoil is different when you're handing it to an untrained
Like, she doesn't have, like, and again, like, what's she gonna do? Like, she's not big enough for this firearm to begin with. You can't have it in the shoulder, which, you know, already the recoil is going to be extreme, but you know, any normal person, if you have a hand on the gun, you can, you know, you can manage it, right? If you're used to it on full auto, you can do it. Not a 8-year-old like this, though. Like, you can clearly see that gun is just going to fucking fly everywhere. Like, she's, yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is.
7-year-old girl and saying, good luck, have fun.
This is
That is
crazy.
widely regarded as a bad move. Now, I'm sure whatever it is I just said was very interesting, but you know what I just can't stop thinking about?
What's
the fact
that
that
now?
some of you right now are watching this video on public Wi-Fi. And if you
Whoa.
are, there's a chance you could currently be a victim of what's called a man-in-the-middle attack. It's when you try to connect to some sort of public Wi-Fi, but accidentally connect to somebody's purposely misleading Wi-Fi. So while you
My.
think you're just using the coffee shop Wi-Fi, somebody's actively stealing your data. That's where NordVPN comes in. NordVPN has a ton of tools that are meant to handle stuff like this. They can protect you against phishing scams, DDoS, and password attacks, all sorts of stuff. Because of their VPN service, you can also get access to content that's only available in other countries. If that's not enough to sweeten the pot, if you use my link down below, you'll have access to an exclusive deal, which of course also comes with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. But if you use my link down below, you'll get access to a huge discount on their 2-year plan and an additional 4 months free. It's a great deal on additional protection, and you should always use protection. So go ahead and go to nordvpn.com/Herrera or go down to the link in the description and in the pinned comment. We appreciate Nord sponsoring the channel. Back to the video. Now for this next
Very
clip,
nice.
I'm fully embracing my boomer tendencies. So I'm going to show you some millennials ruining things by stunting for clout on social media. So here we
Stunting
have a
for
guy
clout.
at public range shooting a handgun. But first, gotta take a couple selfies for the gram. Already he's pointing the gun at the camera and then kind of his own, I don't know, collarbone area, which is already just fucking cringe. It's okay, you don't have anything in your shoulder that likes to bleed anyway.
No,
But after
nothing.
that, he does the logical thing and points it at his buddy's fucking face. His buddy's just like, dude, I'm trying to load magazines over here.
What the
I don't care how long
fuck?
I've known you, you point a gun to my fucking head, it's
You're
on,
getting
you're
punched.
getting at bare minimum an ass beating. Luckily, the RSO, or range safety officer, sees this, quickly jumps into action, and takes control of the firearm. It looks like he then boots them off the range, which I hope at bare minimum he did that, as well as give them the ass chewing of a lifetime. Now's a pretty good time to go over
Thank
the full
God.
basic rules of firearms.
Yeah, like get the fuck
You
out of my
treat every
range.
weapon as if it is loaded. You never point a firearm at anything you're not willing to destroy, including, at least theoretically, yourself.
Like,
and
what
your
is
friends.
that? Like, what is
Know
that?
your target and what's behind it, and you keep your finger off of the trigger until you are ready to shoot. If I can sear nothing else about firearms into your brain, remember those 4 things, and you'll likely be okay. Honestly, douchebags like this are why when I'm teaching somebody about guns at the range for the first time, I prefer them to actually be a little bit afraid of the gun. You and I know that guns are nothing to be afraid of, but at least if somebody's got a little bit of apprehension or fear about a gun, it shows that they respect it and they're not going to treat it like a toy. I fucking hate it when people have shot a gun like once in their life at grandpa's when they were a kid, but then they feel like they have to be this badass and show you that they know everything about guns when they really have no clue. You're not impressing anyone. That is my least favorite kind of student. Frankly, I just won't fucking do it. But of course, now that I say that, sometimes being afraid of the gun can lead to some scary situations too.
Yeah.
So here we have a video that looks straight out of Live Leak. It's a
the
girl
fuck?
shooting a gun for what I'm assuming is the first time, given
What is that
how her ear
stance?
pro look and the fact that that gun is angled like she's trying to assassinate the ceiling. Now she fires the guns, she tenses up, her ear pro falls off. Yeah, and then that happens. Yeah. She starts waving the gun around, puts it up next to her head to try to cover her ears.
With her
I guess.
finger still on the
If
trigger.
she is this inexperienced with
That is
firearms,
crazy.
she really should have an instructor there with her. If
Yeah,
you
like,
think
what
guns
is
are
that?
scary, just point it at the target. Just wait until you realize how scary they can be being swung around and then pointed near your brain basket. And if other people are still around her shooting and she thinks she's doing, hearing damage or something, the damage being done to your ears by not having proper hearing protection is nothing compared to the damage a 115 grain 9mm projectile can do.
And like, come on now, it's loud, but if people are already shooting around you, like, you get accustomed to that noise. Like, I think, I'm not trying to be like that guy, but I think this lady's just being a fucking Karen. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, come on, get over yourself. Like, what the fuck is this? How are you doing this? Like, how are you in a gun range and your ear pro falls up? Like, motherfucker, I've been on like a C6 range and my fucking ear pro has fallen out. And I didn't stop the whole entire fucking range because, oh no, my ear pro fell out. No, I'm just a little bit deaf now, unfortunately. Like, that's how it goes, okay? I'm sorry, but like, that's what it is. Get the fuck over yourself. Like, come on.
Nothing compared to the damage a 115 grain 9mm projectile can do. Take the extra half second, put the gun down first. Now, if you're new here, at this point you might be thinking, well, this is why only trained police should have guns. Well, just wait till you see this next clip. Here we have an Indian, I think, cop, security guard. I don't know, the captions on these videos are almost always wrong, and I am shit at GeoGuessr. But yeah, if you can't tell, homie is straight up resting his arms on the barrel of his shotgun. Now, this is Darwin Awards, and I can almost feel that Live Leak logo popping up, so you know where this is going.
Right.
A homeboy... fuck. This guy basically obliterates his forearms. He gets a 2-for-1 special on reconstructive surgery. Now, after the censorship, I don't know how much you were able to see. Sorry to
Jesus.
you watched that clip. But this gentleman now has 2 fresh new elbows and is leaving a trail of blood behind him as he's walking away to presumably get first aid. What's fucking horrible, well, I mean, I guess
That whole thing
aside
is
from the
horrible.
obvious, when he tries to grab his limp fucked up arm with his other limp fucked up arm, my mind immediately went,
Open Gangnam Style.
I know.
That is pretty
I'm going
fucked
to
up.
hell.
Yeah, he's in shock immediately. Doesn't realize what just happened. He probably doesn't. He's not even registering. He just sees his fucked up hand. He doesn't realize that his other arm is fucked up. Like, his brain hasn't processed that yet. Fucking very crazy to see.
Open Gangnam Style.
This is fucked
I
up.
know. I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
And if you're still watching, I'll see you there. Anyhow, on to our next clip. And this one actually did, when I saw this for the first time, this was a holy shit video for me. So here we have a bush. I mean,
Oh, I've seen this
camouflage.
one. I've seen this one before. I don't know where. I think on Facebook, maybe. Just like scrolling. I've definitely seen this one before. Let's see what happens.
Celebrating the great American pastime of trying to murder the shit out of Bambi.
Of course.
While in the middle of what I can only assume is him sitting there thinking of his favorite venison recipes.
See, they're not wearing, if they're deer hunting, and I don't know what the law is in the US, but here in Canada, when you're out deer hunting, not for bird hunting at all, but for deer, moose, anything big, you got to wear orange, right? And I think like deer can't even see the fucking color orange or something like that, right? So it's not even really that big of a deal. You know, it's just an extra safety precaution. I don't know. Is that not a thing that you have to do in the US? Like maybe on private property you don't have to. I'm not too sure. Somebody let me know the specifics. Because here in Canada, yeah, you got to be wearing orange.
While in the middle of what I can only assume is him sitting there thinking of his favorite venison recipes.
Although they're using shotguns.
Out, and our poor
well, they could be
lad
using slugs.
receives
Who
the
knows?
spicy butt cheek. I hate to state the obvious, but that looked like it fucking hurt.
Yeah.
You can obviously see where the bullet hits, where his pants shake a little bit. That bullet had a little bit of ass behind it, even after going through a little bit of ass. This guy, I legit feel a little bad for. This guy didn't do anything wrong, unless you want to say like, oh, he wasn't wearing orange or some shit. But I'm not one to victim blame. Especially when the fault lies on some random asshole that's just shooting anything.
And again, I don't know the law surrounding that in the United States, so I'm not going to speak for that. I know here in Canada, that's legal. Like that's what you should be doing, right? Especially when there's other hunters around, you know, and maybe that's just some asshole that's like crossing property lines. I don't know the situation, right? That could be the case. If that's the case, what the fuck are you doing? Like if you're hunting with 3 of your buddies and now you got some random fucking coming onto your property, yeah, that's obviously not okay. But I'd be curious to know the specifics of that, you know, and then you could kind of base it on that. But otherwise, yeah, they're doing nothing wrong. They're just sitting there minding their own business. They're not doing anything inherently unsafe by doing that.
I'm not one to victim blame. Especially when the fault lies on some random asshole that's just shooting anything that moves without properly identifying his target.
Yeah, and
like
also,
we said,
like,
one of the 4
that's
basic
not a
rules
deer.
of gun safety. Know your target and what's
Like you're
behind
just
it.
shooting.
Unless your target is intentionally
You clearly
the
can't
ass
see
of
a
some
deer,
kid.
asshole.
Unless these guys are violent poachers or some shit and the assailant was a sniper, Chris Kyling these assholes. Yeah, Occam's razor says these guys were probably just hunters and some asshole decided to vibe check this homie's thigh. So now it's time to finally name our Darwin Award winner. And this one was actually so big that it made it to international news.
Really?
You guys proceeded to flood my inbox with it. So here we go.
Maybe
this
I've
one
heard of
brings
it.
us halfway across the world over to Poland. So
Poland.
apparently the commander-in-chief of the Polish police, a man by the name of General Jaroslaw, wow, that is not a real fucking name. Poland. Ugly American here. I'm just gonna call him the general. So the general crossed the border over to Ukraine to visit and take a couple meetings, talk about supporting them and such, and came home with a rather unique gift. What was said gift? A decommissioned grenade launcher. Look, I know where this is going, you know where this is going, so let's just get to the chase. The general returned to Poland with his shiny new gift, and immediately discharged it in his office, setting off a massive explosion.
What?
Now, the Ukrainians and the general both swore up and down that this grenade was just a tube, it was inert, unfireable, what have you. The explosion, however, determined that that was a lie. Now here's...
So my question too is like, was it loaded or did he load it? And was it loaded with fucking HE? Like, what are we talking about here? Why did he, like, even if it's decommissioned, right? Did he have like a fucking live round in it? Like, what is this? Like, there's nothing inherently, like, otherwise it's just a fucking tube. Like, what could go wrong? You know what I mean? They're like, what? That's insane, man.
Unfireable, what have you. The explosion, however, determined that
Like, I don't get that one.
Now here's the fucking weird part. Believe it or not, somehow, this guy managed to survive. Because
Okay.
Poles are just fucking built different, I guess. That's all I got.
Well, thank God.
But Brandon, if he survived, how does that make it a Darwin Award? Well, because the Polish foreign minister literally called it one by name. Quote, "It is true we will not win the World Cup, but thanks to the commander at Polish police, we are a favorite for the Darwin Award." That is a real tweet from Poland's former foreign minister. Well,
Jesus.
Mr. Sikorsky, I would hate to disappoint you. I deem the general the winner of this episode.
That's pretty base to
Darwin
say,
Awards,
actually.
which relates back around to one of the rules of gun safety and apparently grenade launcher safety. Treat every
Yeah.
gun and or grenade launcher as if it is loaded. At least check it. A little bit of the old
Like,
regular
yeah, like, that's
saying,
what I don't
trust
get.
but verify. Hopefully you found this episode of Darwin Awards entertaining.
They send it with a live
Be
HE
sure to
round in
check
it. I
them
don't
out
get
if
it.
you haven't before. We've got a playlist down in the description where you can check out all the previous episodes of the Darwin Awards, including the ones that have been age restricted. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to see episodes of this before they get hit by the YouTube PP hammer. I appreciate you watching to the end, and as always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video.
Very nice.
Thanks.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top.
What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers, and welcome to another. Fuck. Right out the gate. Great.
Same.
This one brings us halfway.
I did that on the intro as well myself.
My hand there. What gesture was that?
No, that was awesome to see. We learned quite a bit there in that one. What was the top one I want to say? Yeah, don't fucking shoot grenade launchers in your office. Again, don't like I can't wrap my brain around that one, man. Like, did they send it with a live HE? Did he load it with live HE? Even if it was decommissioned, even if like the firing pin was like taken out of it or whatever have you. Where the fuck did he get the munitions for that? You know what I mean? Like, I just whatever, but it doesn't matter. Man. Also, like, I want to say too, the biggest one in serious note, the most informative one there, when the dude shot himself in the foot, everyone stayed calm, collected. That was the user submitted one. It was good that he submitted that. It was a fuck up, you know. It takes a lot of bravery, a lot of courage to submit that. I have to sneeze. Oh my god. Okay, we're good. Takes a lot of bravery, a lot of courage to submit something like that, admit that you fucked up, but to show the aftermath and how you should deal with something like that, I think that was very, very informative. They did a very good job of that. And yeah, props to them for sending that one in. That was a big one to actually see and to witness. But yes, if you guys enjoyed this reaction, of course, hit that like button, subscribe for more content from me. Of course, leave your recommendations down in the comments below. And big thank you to all of our members, all of our Hastati, our Triarii, our Principe, Dagenhart, and of course, our Prefect, Hobbit. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, without any further delay, this has been Centurion. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.